Current estimations by the CDC indicate that approximately 23.6 million people are affected by diabetes mellitus worldwide. Approximately 7,185,000 of whom are less than 39 years old, which is the age range of the majority of the athletic population.
Diabetes mellitus is classified into two categories: type 1 or insulin-dependent diabetes and type 2 or non-insulin-dependent diabetes. In type 1, the pancreas produces very little or no insulin at all. In type 2, the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin or the cells do not properly respond to it.
Diabetic emergencies can also be split into two categories: hypoglycemia or low blood glucose and hyperglycemia or high blood glucose. Both conditions are medical emergencies and have very different treatments.
The goal is to prevent these conditions from happening through appropriate planning and blood glucose monitoring with a written care plan. An example of a care plan can be found on the American Diabetes Association website and the Corey Stringer Institute website. Yes.
All athletes should have a written care plan. The plan helps everyone stay on the same page with daily protocols and individual information for each athlete.
Thorough care plans should include several main sections. The first section is basic demographic information, including their type of diabetes and when they were diagnosed. Contact information should include not only parents, but also primary care physicians or endocrinologists and the rest of the diabetes care team.
The diabetes care team is made up of all individuals responsible for the care of the athlete. It can include teachers, coaches, family, and friends, and should always include nurses, certified athletic trainers, and physicians. The diabetes care team should be educated on all aspects of care, including blood glucose monitoring and glucagon administration. The care plan should provide personalized information about blood glucose monitoring. What is the primary target for blood glucose? How often will the athlete check and when? Also, who should be in charge of blood glucose monitoring? Often an older athlete will be personally responsible for testing. However, a younger athlete should have assistance from the diabetes care team.
Since signs and symptoms of hyper and hypoglycemia can vary between athletes, it's important to include usual signs and symptoms for that athlete in the care plan. This allows the care team to be more aware of the possibility of illness and to prevent illness from being unrecognized. Often, if hyper or hypoglycemia goes unrecognized, it is because individual-specific warning signs were missed early on. Along with signs and symptoms, detailed treatment instructions should be included. This keeps the care team on the same page with treatment protocols and assists with good communication.
Details of insulin therapy can be very individual. Each athlete may be treated with a different method or dosage as recommended by their primary care physician or endocrinologist. Those specifications should be detailed, as well as dosage calculations for carbohydrate intake and when to take insulin.
If insulin therapy is usually given via subcutaneous pump, instructions should be included on the use, how to adjust it, what to do in case of malfunction, and how to replace parts if necessary. Also, other medications that the athlete may take to treat diabetes should be included. They should be listed even if they would not normally be taken before, during, or after exercise.
It's a good idea to include a general meal plan in your care plan as well, even though this will vary day to day. The athlete should have a general plan for carbohydrate consumption over the day so that insulin dosage can be appropriately calculated and administered.
Finally, each athlete will react differently to exercise. The plan should include guidelines for participating in activity, such as when to check blood glucose before and during exercise, what to do to stabilize blood glucose, and under what conditions should exercise stop. It should also include post-activity carbohydrate intake guidelines for athletes who experience late hypoglycemia.
So those are the elements of a written diabetes care plan. Following the plan can help prevent diabetic emergencies. More information on creating a plan is available at the American Diabetes Association. For more information about care and treatment of diabetic emergencies, please visit the Corey Stringer Institute website at ksi.uconn.edu.